Of all the things we had to figure out before moving to China, this was the part we were worried most about.
Hey,
So what are you doing?
so I've spent a lot of time researching on how best to get her crate ready because my biggest worry is from the time we drop her off to the time we pick her up, it's going to be about 27 hours.
That's a
So
long time.
that's a long time. So
Even she thinks it's a long time.
so I researched how can I put the pads in so that I want to keep her dry if should she have an accident, but I want her to be comfy because 27 hours is a long time in break. So I've got these pink pads that are absorbent and they're felty. I've got some green stuff in here. So I've got these. Okay, so I have a nice comfy cushion. And then I've got these green pads that are super absorbent and waterproof so that I've got one on the bottom to keep the crate dry. But then the dilemma is do I just forego cushion altogether and just stack up with pads and maybe a towel? Chat GPT says not to do the cushion because if it gets wet, it'll stay wet for a long time. But then we kind of compromised, and if I put this,
You compromised with ChatGPT.
we did. We had a compromise because Chat said, "That's a brilliant idea, Kelly. I see where you're going with that." And so Chat said, "How about?" And so anyway, so if I put this comfy pad and then I put this pad, I have to straighten it. And then maybe a towel that absorbs liquid. This might keep the liquid away from her a little bit and then keep this dry. Then I'm wondering, what if I put this in a garbage bag? What do you think about that, Nola? And so the garbage bag would protect this from getting wet and then put this over the garbage bag. That's
Right. So we're still trying to figure this all out. What's the pink pad?
So the pink pad is like the green pad. It's absorbent, but just a different type of absorbent. I don't know. Originally, these were the ones ChatGPT suggested a long time ago, but now Chat's not a big fan of the pink one. So, because Chat's thought is this may keep something dry, but it's still, if there's a lot of liquid, she's gonna be sitting in, it'll cool and she'll be sitting in the liquid. So that's where I'm at. So I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. So what was the final decision?
Okay. So can I be honest?
Yeah, that's what this is all about, is honesty.
I don't know why we're recording this again. I just, I don't know if people care, and I'm tired, and I just, it is what it is. I changed my mind. I don't know why it matters. We're not doing a trash bag now.
Okay, can you start over and actually do it though?
No,
So
that's the real person. That's the recording that needs to go out. Is that I'm on my last nerve right now with the recording. That that is real content, not this phony little, hey, we're using a trash bag. Oh no, we're not using it now. Like, no one cares. I changed my mind. Nola doesn't know why I'm not letting her in her bed.
So we're going with the green pad on the bottom. And the cushion covered in the pink pad.
More green pad.
More green pad than the pink pad. And what's the rationale for that?
Oh my God. Can we have Derek and Kelly abroad, who then divorce, and now it's Kelly abroad, Derek abroad,
Two separate channels?
two separate YouTube channels. How about that one? How about let's get that one rolling? That'd be more entertaining. I'm not answering any more of your questions on this.
All right, Nola's in her crate. They're getting her crate ready to take her away. Okay, so we are in Tokyo. Made it to Tokyo, but we were met at the gate by a representative who was looking for paperwork for Nola, and seems as though we are supposed to have quarantine paperwork, which we do not have, because we were told that if we got a health certificate, that Nola would not need to quarantine. So we are now headed to the pet area, the pet quarantine area, to see how we can fix this. Stay tuned.
Videos.
So we've been working with a pet travel agent out of, where is he based, in Hong Kong? And he's been advising us the entire way of what paperwork we need. We've worked with our vet. Our vet seemed to know exactly what we needed. So here we wait. Of course, I tried to WeChat our pet travel agent, but it is right now 5 o'clock in the morning here in Tokyo, which means it is 4 o'clock in the morning in China. And so I'm gonna assume he is not awake.
Yeah, not awake.
So here we wait, and try not to talk really loudly because we're in public area. So
Where?
in a public area. So that's why I'm kind of whispering, even though Kelly always yells at me for talking too loud and screaming. I'm trying not to right now. So, crisis averted. The nice lady came back and said that all of our paperwork was in order. They just weren't used to that type of paperwork, I guess.
It was new to them.
Yeah.
Really tired.
We're very tired. It's been a
And
long...
this guy.
What guy?
It's like, gotta get a video.
Well, yeah, we have to conclude.
My-
The people want to know what happened.
Bags in my eyes.
It's all good. It's all good. My eyes are barely open right now.
Okay.
All right, so we are in the ANA lounge. And so we're going to just relax for a little bit. We've got 6 hours until our next flight. And then we are in Shenzhen. Shenzhen.
You got to get your new hometown pronounced correctly.
Correct. Like, we're not from Nevada.
But we are in. Oh, are you gonna go?
We made it to Shenzhen.
We did. And right behind us is the plane that we were on.
There it is.
That we're hoping Njola's on.
Well, hopefully she's not on anymore. Maybe they got her off. I don't know, but we're going to go find out.
I don't know. We're gonna go find her.
And we're here. We made it.
Yeah. Show how cool the airport is.
Yeah, so, look at that. That is so cool. I have no idea what we can see. But, all right, we're going to keep walking. There's Njola Bear. Hi, Njola Bear. Now, how do we get you out of there?
So, not really sure what they're doing, but
Zip tied. All right, so we made it through customs. We've got Njola. Now we just need to find a place for her to go to the bathroom because she hasn't been out of that crate in almost 28 hours. But look at this beautiful airport. Wow. This is amazing. Okay, well, let's go find a place for Njola to go to the bathroom. I'm just happy she got through.
all right, we're in the van. Njola, hey,
Njola.
say hi. She's thirsty. She's tired. I'm sure she has to pee, but doesn't want to pee. And here we are. So we got all the crate in here. We've got all the bags, and we're headed to Shaku.
We are in our new apartment in Shenzhen. And Njola is, as you can see, getting acquainted with her new digs. So we did end up bringing the pad in the crate. And those are the pads that were in there. She did have, we think, she did have maybe 1 or 2 little accidents inside the crate while in flight. But it was not wet inside. We ended up just taking those out. We're going to throw those away. We ended up washing the outside of the cover of the pad, put it back in. So now she's got a pad to use. So I would recommend putting the pad in. So then when you're on the other end of the trip, you have a pad to put in the crate. You don't have to buy a new one. And we did give her a bath, and she's smelling all nice. And obviously she's here and relaxed